Once, wealth meant collecting. The ultra-rich were known by the things they owned: vaults of rare coins, galleries of old masters, wine cellars filled with bottles never meant to be opened. The more exclusive the item, the more refined the status. Collecting was not just a hobby, it was a philosophy. It meant legacy, permanence, power. A display case of Patek Philippes was more than just timepieces, it was a personal museum. A private garage filled with vintage Ferraris wasn't just for driving, it was for storytelling. In the world of elite wealth, possessions were proof of taste, intelligence, and success. But that era is fading, and fast. A new generation of ultra-wealthy individuals is abandoning the security of things in favor of something far more fleeting: experiences. Today, the most coveted luxury isn't an object, it's a moment. Billionaires aren't vying to outbid each other on Warhols. They're competing for something you can't hang on a wall: access. A private concert in a decommissioned observatory, a dinner served on a glacier by a Michelin-starred chef, a silent meditation retreat with a former monk flown in from Nepal. These are the new symbols of status. They are unrepeatable, undocumented, and often invisible to the public eye. And that's exactly the point. The more ephemeral the experience, the more powerful the prestige. It's the shift from "look what I have" to "you had to be there." The psychology behind this change runs deeper than trends. For the ultra-rich, material possessions have become saturated. When you can buy anything, nothing feels rare. Scarcity no longer lives in the object, it lives in time, in novelty, in the unbuyable thrill of being the only one. This is not about being seen, but about feeling something that no one else can. The economics of emotion have replaced the economics of acquisition, and it's reshaping the way luxury itself is defined. Historically, collecting offered control. It was a way to capture and freeze beauty, value, and significance in time. But in an age of constant connectivity, endless content, and algorithmic curation, the rich are no longer seeking permanence. They are seeking presence. The paradox of abundance is that it makes you hungry for the things you can't hoard: intimacy, adrenaline, meaning. For a billionaire, a Picasso is impressive. But being serenaded by a world-famous opera singer at sunrise on a cliff in Amalfi? That's irreplaceable. That's unforgettable. That's new. This isn't just philosophical. The market is shifting too. Luxury concierge services are exploding in growth, offering bespoke experiences that stretch the limits of possibility. Want to take a submarine to a shipwreck no one else has seen? Done. Want to drink wine aged underwater, served to you at the bottom of a cenote in Mexico? There's a wait list. Companies like Black Tomato and Dreammaker sell curated experiences that cost millions and leave you with nothing tangible. Only a memory, only a story. And for many of today's wealthy, that's worth far more than an object gathering dust. Even the collectibles industry is feeling the chill. While the art market still thrives, it's increasingly digital and transactional. NFTs rose fast, then fell into skepticism, not because people stopped wanting digital assets, but because digital alone isn't enough. Experience has to be real, sensory, unforgettable. In luxury fashion, heritage brands are launching private ateliers and invitation-only travel programs. Louis Vuitton isn't just selling luggage, they're offering ultra-exclusive expeditions curated by artistic directors. Gucci doesn't just make clothes, it builds immersive events in secret venues across the globe. The brand is no longer the final product. The brand is the passport. Some of the most exclusive collectibles today aren't things at all, they're memberships. Consider the rise of private travel clubs, culinary circles, and experimental investment funds. These don't promise dividends in dollars. They promise dividends in awe. Access to moments that can't be Googled. A chance to attend a once-in-a-lifetime opera in an abandoned chapel, or to ride through Patagonia guided by the last generation of horsemen. These experiences become a new kind of social currency. You can't display them on a shelf, but you can recall them at the right dinner party. And when no one else can say they were there, you've already won. This trend is also generational. Many millennial and Gen Z billionaires came of age during the digital revolution. Their relationship with objects is different. They don't want to own DVDs, paintings, or even cars. They want frictionless access, personalization, and constant novelty. Their Instagram doesn't show what they bought, it shows where they were, who they met, what they felt. To them, ownership feels heavy. Experience feels light. In their world, collecting isn't dead, it's just gone transient. And yet, some critics argue this is just another form of consumption, just as privileged, just as inaccessible, just as performative. After all, how ethical is it to spend $500,000 to have a rare moonlit meal in the Sahara, while others struggle to eat at all? How different is an $8 million experience from an $8 million sculpture, if both serve only to elevate one person's status above another's? These are fair questions. But for the ultra-wealthy, the pursuit of the rare has always been about more than ethics. It's about feeling exceptional. And now, exceptionality comes from experience, not just expense. Even among traditional collectors, the focus is changing. Museums report that more donors are funding experiences, private openings, behind-the-scenes access, and live performances, rather than just donating pieces. Auction houses are launching immersive preview events instead of static showings. Art is no longer just about acquisition, it's about interaction. It's about what it does to you, not just what it says about you. Will collecting ever return? Perhaps. Markets are cyclical, and nostalgia has a way of reclaiming its throne. But even if the taste for objects revives, the psychology of luxury has changed forever. We now live in an era where the ultimate luxury is time, and how it's spent. Not in a vault, not on a shelf, not framed on a wall. But in the body, in the soul. In the stories we tell ourselves afterward, wondering if it really happened. For the ultra-wealthy, status used to mean permanence. Now it means ephemerality. The best things in life aren't things anymore. They're the moments no one else can replicate, and the knowledge that, for just one evening, one instant, one whisper of time, you had something money can't buy twice.